Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. I have an amazing video for you guys today. But before I begin, I just want to say thank you for all the people who have been watching my videos and supporting my videos and liking my videos and commenting on my videos. Thank you guys so much. The support is great. Now let's jump into today's video. I think you're gonna really love this video. Now check this out. We have an article here from Axios saying the housing slowdown is here. And I kind of wanted to read this with you and kind of go over this article and see what you guys think. And also I kind of want to jump in and out of the Redfin weekly housing data to kind of go back and forth the article and check out some of the data that's happening this week. Now look at this. The housing slowdown we've been anticipating for months is here. The big picture, home sales are now slowing down, and some of the pandemic era's hottest Zoom towns, sleepy areas where remote workers are pushed up real estate prices, all have already seen price drops. That's true. If you look at, for example, Boise right now, Boise is, you could see it really coming down. Let me look for it real quick. Where is it? It is right here. Boise prices are coming down, as you can see. Okay, let's just take away 2020 and 2021, and let's just focus on 2019 and 2022. So if we look at the new housing price listings, still really high. If you compare it to 2019, as you can see, I mean, that is a huge climb from, what is it, from 278,000 all the way to 395. You could see, someone coming from the Bay Area to a market like this, you can see how they look at this and they're like, oh my God, only 278,000 for a house. I mean, when you think about houses in the Bay Area, they're not gonna go under $1 million. And even $1 million there is not going to get you much. And to think that, you could go to a small town USA, buy a house for 278, I mean, that's practically like peanuts for some of these people that are coming from these very expensive housing markets. So back to the article real quick, why it matters. The idea of a real estate downturn might seem scary, especially if you live through the last one. But with home prices at record highs, the market was overdue for a cooling off period. I totally agree. The activity in the housing market has weakened. Contract signing for home purchases or deals signed but not yet closed fell 8.6% in June from a month ago. The National Association of Realtors reported yesterday that was well above the economics were predicting at 20% drop from last year. It was also the slowest pace since September 2011. That's nuts, guys, except for the first 2 months of the pandemic. Meanwhile, mortgage applications are at their lowest level of activity since February 2000. That's insane. That is insane. So anyone working in mortgage right now and mortgage banking, they are going to have a tough time selling loans. So you're probably gonna start seeing layoffs in the mortgage industry for sure. Prices are coming down, and actually realtors too are gonna be hurting in this economy. Prices are coming down in some pockets, and analysts expect that to continue. 20% of builders lowered prices on their new homes in July, according to a survey data from housing market research from Sonda. So wait, 20% of the builders lowered their price, but that doesn't mean that they lowered their price, significantly. They might, lower their price a little bit. They might give you special offers. They might give you an upgrade on a kitchen or things like that. So what this kind of all means to me is that, yes, things are still very expensive, and I agree, because inventory is very limited right now. And the only way we're going to see the prices come down is if there's a flood of new inventory in the market. Now, with that said, the prices are still high, and we just have to kind of watch it. And we're going to see as the feds continue to raise rates and the economy continues to slow down, the prices will come down. But what's really happening right now, basically, is that it is becoming a buyer's market, right? A year ago, you would list a house and it would be sold in 24 hours. I mean, you would have multiple bids, people would be offering above asking, and if you were just the average person trying to get a house, it was literally impossible, right? And it sucks because you end up falling in love with a house, and especially if you could afford it, and then some knucklehead or some corporation comes in and offers, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100,000 over asking. That kind of throws off your math, and now you can't afford that house, and it really, really sucks. What ended up happening is that basically it became an extreme seller's market, right? Where any seller could put any jalopy out there, any house that was just a disgusting house in a shitty area, and it would get so many multiple offers. And basically they were waiving contingencies, they were waiving appraisal fees. I mean, it was a seller's dream. But I think that is quickly changing. Now what you're gonna start seeing, the houses that are going to be selling are going to be the nicer houses. If you're gonna be putting up, a house for sale that is just like a dump, it's not gonna get any offers. It's gonna sit there for 3, 4, 5 months. And if you really need that money, you're gonna probably start lowering that price. What homes are gonna sell at the highest price? Well, I'll tell you, houses that are near great school districts. If you're ever thinking about buying a house for investment, or just you wanna buy a house for yourself and you want it to be a good investment, the best thing you can really do is buy a house, near a school district that is hopefully a 9 or a 10, preferably a 10, right? And because it becomes highly desirable, right? So basically, if you do purchase a house, you want to treat the house really good. You want to make upgrades to it. You want to, over time, upgrade the kitchen, upgrade the bathrooms, upgrade the floors. And what that's essentially going to do is that it's going to raise the value of your home. So if you're ever in a situation where you need to sell the house, if you run into financial troubles, you're going to want to be able to put that house on the market, and you want that house to sell for the highest amount possible. The only houses that sell fast and for the highest amount are houses that look really, really nice, okay? That have all the upgrades. Remember, buying a house is an emotional decision. And when a new family looking to, upgrade from their home or looking to buy a house for the first time, they want to walk into a house and they want to fall in love with it, because eventually that's where they're going to live. And yeah, that's why it's very important, for homeowners to really upgrade their house, because really you end up winning. The money that you put in, I know you might think, adding a kitchen for $20,000 is super expensive, but you know what? The house with a nice kitchen could sell for $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 more than your neighbor's house that doesn't have that nice kitchen. So you really get your money back, with those upgrades. So think about that. Now, right now, again, although it is definitely becoming a buyer's market, I still think the bottom is way, way far, right? I think that we're gonna need to see the prices here. Let me just go to all metros right here. We're gonna need to see the prices between, the houses from 2019 prices. We're gonna need to see the houses, the prices from 2022 definitely hit, the 2019 prices, which that would be a huge drop just as it is. But I believe that if the economy is in really bad shape, which I kind of believe it is, and we're heading into a big recession, I think we're going to go below this blue line right here, which is 2019. That's my prediction. Now, what do you guys think? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? I know some people in the comments have been saying that they don't necessarily agree with me. They're just kind of like, well, I don't think there's going to be a big crash. I think we're just going to stabilize prices, but I just don't see how salaries from 2019 to 2022 could have jumped this much for the communities to be able to afford houses in their neighborhoods, right? Like people in their communities to be able to afford to live in their neighborhoods. I just don't see it. And what are we gonna do? Keep moving farther from our job, out in the suburbs and farther? I don't think that's gonna work. So I think prices are gonna come down, and I think it's gonna be good. If you have a good job, keep it, because You're gonna wanna save up and have a big down payment ready, because then, like I said, 2023, 2024, 2025, I think we're gonna be seeing amazing prices. Now, that is it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, if you guys do like these videos, don't forget to smash that subscribe button and go ahead and like and leave a comment. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys, and I'll see you on the next video.